And welcome to this one-off appearance of me on Gaia's Vigil, because we had nobody booked for this evening because we've been rather low on presenters for the evening seminars or webinars for Gaia. And it seemed a shame to let the opportunity miss, and towards the latter end of evening vespers this evening, my heart was guided not to click on the icon that said no vigil, but to do a short vigil from my heart, but allow the Master, Jesus, to speak through my heart to your heart, and to let him explain to you the meaning of his baptism, because I'm open to whatever is shared, because I'm coming to this with no preparation other than absolute trust. Absolute trust. So I welcome you, and I thank you for giving up your time at a weekend when it's supposed to be a time of family get-togethers and just having some me time. So I feel really privileged that you're giving up your time for Gaia, for the restoration of Jerusalem and peace in the world. And while we're at it, can we just put out a request to Gaia to touch hearts to come on board and become presenters on this amazing channel. So many gifted souls who are just feeling maybe inadequate, they can't do it. Or is it more that they don't want to do it because they don't want to be seen to be a fool? Well, as a bride of Christ, we become a fool for Christ. But we're not idiots, as we say in Ireland. Or Egypts is the word they use. So anyway, enough of the small talk. Let us come. Let us gather in the name of love. Let us call on Gaia, our Earth Mother. For she is our Earth Mother, and she has the power given to her by the Creator. She is custodian of the earth, its natural energies, and she at times is fighting a losing battle with mankind. For the more she gives, mankind destroys. So there's an equal balance from day one. Hence the climactic changes, the melting of the ice caps, the horrendous fires in Australia and Tasmania, because nowhere has seen such temperature, extremes of temperature. But we have the power to change this collectively. On our own, it might take longer. But together, like us here this evening, it's amazing what 4, 5, 6 of us can do if we focus our intent on bringing back love, God's love, to this beautiful earth plane. So I want us now to just be still. And sometimes that's not easy if you're in pain. Sometimes it's not easy if we're feeling restless or despondent, irritable. So let us just be still. And if we can't be still or get comfortable, then call on Gaia. Ask her to release her love up through your feet, and there experience her healing touch from the trees, the spirits, the nature spirits, the elements, the energies of this sacred landscape, the Cathedral of God. So just for a moment, send out a request to Gaia. Invite her. Invoke her. Now ask her. Come, O beloved Earth Mother. come into my space, come into my heart, for I struggle to be that child of God, where for every 2 steps forward I take 3 backwards. And the days when I'm really zonked with tiredness, depression, pain, discouragement, I'm like a Ferris wheel. I'm going round and round, and there's times I pray for it to stop so that I can just be. Will you intercede for us now and touch each one of us, so that the rays of Brother Sun and Sister Moon in the Canticle of the Creatures of Francis will mean something for us as brother and sister Franciscans. Let us just sit in the presence of that love, and let us feel the rays of Brother Sun and Sister Moon release their light into our heart. Just stay with that for a moment. And with every in-breath that you breathe, call on Brother Sun and Sister Moon to send healing energies into your heart. For it is the heart that is troubled, that causes the restlessness in us. It's when the heart chakra is out of alignment, when there might be unforgiveness, sadness, irritableness, tension, worry. All of those negative forces take our heart chakra into a place of disquiet that needs to be realigned by Gaia, for it is her energy that keeps us grounded and protected. So with Gaia, Brother Sun and Sister Moon, we sit, we quietly are relaxed and feel the healing energies of love. Be still. And I call on the company of heaven. I call especially on Metatron. I call on Raphael and his team of healing angels. And I call on Saint Luke, the physician of souls, the physician of bodies. And I invite them to join us. So visualize them sat with you, where you are, and in the center, visualize a bowl of water in a crystal bowl with clear water from the earth, with a candle. And now light that candle. Light the candle of peace, and let us call on the Christ, the physician of our soul. Let us call on Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Magdalena, Isis. Let us call on Francis, Claire and Colette. Let us call on our spiritual teachers. And now in our sacred space, we are surrounded with more than we bargained for. So just be still and feel the love of Gaia, our Earth Mother, care for us, our beloved children. you're still feeling the warmth of Brother Sun and Sister Moon as they bathe your heart and bring your heart chakra back into alignment. And once in alignment with all of your chakras, you will sense a complete peace, a beautiful peace. Connecting your spiritual umbilical cord with the divine. And just visualize from your heart an umbilical cord going right out into the universe for miles and miles. And it's going right up Jacob's ladder into the inner sanctum to the Father, Mother, God. So you're connected now in the embryo of divine love. Stay there, be still. Be strong. And with your in-breath and out-breaths, just continue to breathe normally and remind yourself that you are a child of God. You are a child of God. You are a beloved of God. And all around you there is light. You are being cocooned in light. And with every in-breath now that you breathe, you're drawing from the presence of God through the umbilical cord of love into your heart renewed energy. Feel that light coming from the Father, Mother, God into your heart. And in your out-breath, you are releasing all the negativity, the pain, the negative mindsets to Gaia. Feel that love. Feel the love and the peace of God as they prepare you for a powerful healing.
Peace be with You are blessed and you are holy. Precious gift God gave to me. You are blessed and you are holy. You're an angel I can see. Peace be with you, oh my dear one. Peace be with you, precious child. Peace be with you, oh my dear one. Peace be with you, precious
And just relax. Just relax and feel the peace of God. And that peace is a healing energy. And it's working right now on your alpha, beta, theta, and zeta brainwaves in your brain. And that healing love that is flowing from the temple of God through your umbilical cord with every in-breath that you breathe right now is releasing the purest love to allow your brainwaves come into alignment with your crown chakra. So just relax and trust your higher self. Trust your higher self. Trust the I Am Presence who is living within you, your God self, in your God center, the Christ. He is the one that is in control in your life, not your mind. It is Him, His love. He is the conductor that's bringing together now all the elements of nature, all the spiritual energies of all the great ones to come to you. And He wants you to come with Him on a short journey. Visualize you're walking through a short meadow, a small meadow in Judea. It is a beautiful noonday, and you are aware there is a crowd gathering on the banks of the River Jordan, and your curiosity is getting the better of you. And there's a part of you that needs to be there, so you rush to see what all the commotion is over. You can hear laughter, you can hear singing, you can hear tambourines, and it is peaceful. And as you arrive at the River Jordan, you see a man who looks like a bear. He's about 6'6", only wearing a loincloth. You can barely see his face for the volume of hair from his head, from his beard. But he has the most gentle voice, and in his right hand he has a staff, and he has followers there, friends of John the Baptist. And you're wondering, what is he doing, standing in the river? And now you see people coming to him in white robes to be baptized. And his helpers are at each end of every person waiting to be immersed in the water, and they assist them to go right down into the water. And as they come up, John places his hand and blesses them in the name of Yahweh. And as you're standing there, you see a young man coming with a huge following. You can count 12 men and several women. And as he comes to the river's edge, he looks at John, and John looks at him. And there is a silence everywhere. No singing, no praying, just a silence. And Jesus looks to John, and John knows immediately in his heart what he has to do. And at that point, someone in the crowd shouts, "John, are you the Messiah?" He said, "No. There is one who's coming after me who's much greater than I. I am not worthy to tie his sandals." And at this point, Jesus walks into the River Jordan and stands before John. And he kneels down with the water up to his waist. And John places his hands in the water to form a cup, and now releases the water on the head of this young man. And suddenly the heavens opened. Everyone was startled. Everyone. And they seen a dove, what looked like a dove, coming from the clouds. And it hovered over the head of this young man. And John knew he was the Christ, the Son of God. And he knelt down with Jesus and embraced him. And they look to you and they call you, "Come, kneel with us. Come, kneel with us." And in you go to the river, and you kneel down with John and Jesus. And the Spirit of God comes upon you as upon Jesus and John. And there is a light so bright it pierces your heart. your mind, your body and your spirit. And you are now in ecstasy in the arms of John the Baptist and Jesus the Messiah. And all three of you stand up together, and there is a fusion of rainbow-colored light flowing from the center of the three of you. You have left a shape of a heart, and through that heart has come the most exquisite colors of the rainbow, and it's encasing you in a circle of light. And it is touching you on every level. And the Spirit of God hovers over you, and it's speaking to you. You are a child of God. You are a child of the Most High. You are a beloved of Yahweh. And the dove is the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, who is baptizing you now with water and with fire, as with Jesus. And you can hear angel voices. Yes, they are singing the great Hosanna. Hosanna to the Son of David. Hosanna to the Prince of Peace. Hosanna. And you are lost for words. You are completely still. For not only have you joined Jesus in his ministry of baptism to announce his public ministry to the world, he invites you to share with him. And now he lifts out his hand, and he beckons you to take his hand. You cross the River Jordan, and on the other side you can see Mother Mary smiling at you. You can see Gaia, Kuan Yin, Magdalena. And they welcome you. They welcome you with Francis. They invite you to join them as a follower of the Jesus, the barefoot Galilean. And you look back across the river, and something profound is happening to you. Your umbilical cord has been severed and taken back to God. And on the opposite side of the bank, you see your past, the mistakes, the sadness, the pain, the horror stories of living an unlived life. But now you've crossed the Jordan to begin your new life. your heart is at peace. You feel a great weight has been lifted from you. And there is only peace, real peace. And the Christ has you by the hand, and he introduces you to each of his disciples. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Peter, Philip, Simon, Jude. They're all there. And Thomas, of course, is the last to arrive. And they welcome you as a true follower of the light. And just a few yards away, Thomas was late because he'd built a fire. And on that fire, they are roasting some wild herbs and wild vegetables in some oil. And you make your way there and you sit. And St. Luke comes to you, the physician, and he just places his hand on you with Raphael. And they lay you down under the cypress tree, and the aroma of lemons and oranges are totally relaxing you. And they administer healing in the name of Yahweh, your God. And you are at peace now. You are at peace. But you can hear the merriment of the apostles and the disciples and followers of Jesus celebrating his baptism and his public ministry, which will last 3 years. And you feel good, because you're now about to begin yours with more zealousness, with clarity, no baggage, no feeling sorry for myself, because the Spirit of God has come upon me, upon you, and has given us the power of God. Be still. Be still in this place and know that there is love. There is love, there is light, and there is blessing. And all is well. O beloved child of God, all is well.